Have you ever wondered if you're going to be able to configure your helicopter and what kind of customization you're able to do with it? I'm going to go over all those things right now. The customization of the aircraft, when you order the helicopter, you actually are paying a deposit to begin with, but you're not customizing your aircraft until much closer to the delivery of the aircraft. So 1 year before the delivery of the helicopter is when you choose and pay for all your options and configure the helicopter. We're going to have something that I think that's quite unique and quite special. It's going to be a concierge service for you at that moment. So there's going to be somebody from the Hill team that's going to be reaching out to you and then customizing your aircraft to your heart's content. We have lots of different options, additional options that you can have on the helicopter, and I'll go through just a couple of those here today. But then we have customization of the exterior and the interior as well. And so exterior color, this is something that on a car, when you're picking your options for a color on a car, typically you only have maybe 4 or 5 different types of colors that you can choose from. On the helicopter, because each aircraft is individually painted, this isn't just a standard paint that you're going to only have a few options. You can actually customize to your heart's content. We'll have some different options for you just to give you ideas on our website, but you can literally go with any color you'd like if you want to match your favorite sports car that's in the garage, your boat, your plane, whatever it is that you want to be able to match that color. You just give us a paint swatch, give us the code for the color, and then we're going to be able to customize that to your heart's content. And that's not just regular painting the entire aircraft. If there's any designs on it that you want or anything like that, we're going to be able to work with all of those things as well under our custom paint program. So that's something that's really quite unique, and you can make the helicopter very special and very individual how you want it for your own individual choices. Just give me 30 seconds of your time. I want to invite you to the Hill Helicopters exclusive presentation. This is a presentation that Ruben and I do online. It takes 30 minutes, and we walk you through all the details, the specs, the performance of the helicopter, as well as the development stage that we're at. And at the end of the presentation, we give you an opportunity to pre-order the aircraft now under special conditions. If you want to book one, just go to hillhelicopters.com/schedule, and I'll see you there. Also, the interior leather, you're going to be able to choose from a variety of different colors of leather. So we've got the black one on this side over here, and I'll show you the lighter version over here as well. And so there'll be a variety of different options that you can choose from. I personally like the lighter version a little bit. It's a little bit brighter and lighter inside. I personally like that. The center console, you're going to be able to configure that different colors and so forth as well. I think for me, I might go for more of a brown leather. This is kind of the nice tan, which is nice. I'm going to go for a little bit darker brown, but that's just a personal choice for me. And so then we got exterior options as well. So the obvious one is the big debate everybody likes to have between the wheeled version and the skid version. That's an option. It's not a price difference between the two. You just choose which one you'd like to have, and it's based on your own personal choice and configuration of what you're going to need it for and the operations that you're going to be having. The wheeled version is faster, so you're cruising at about 140 knots for that one, whereas the skid version, the skids cause more drag, and so you'd be cruising about 125 knots for that one. So there's a penalty for that. All the performance numbers and everything that we've been giving you are actually based on the wheeled version. So if you guys choose the skids, you're going to get an added benefit of a little bit extra payload. So probably around 15 kilos of extra payload, which is not huge, but it is something that's noteworthy as well. So that'll be something that you're going to be choosing. It is important to note that once you've chosen that and the helicopter is built, you're not able to switch from the skids to the wheels or vice versa. Once it's built, it will be staying as one of those two options. So that's something to consider. Other options that we have for the blades, you have a blade fold version. So if you need to put the helicopter into a narrow hangar, you can definitely do that. Blade fold is going to be a fairly simple thing to do. So we can have a look up top. These cowlings, they actually open up, and the cowling all the way down the tail, this guy here, opens up as well. And so there's a guard that's inside of here, and that folds up, and then the blades are going to fold into that. So what'll end up happening is you'll open up the cowlings, you'll end up climbing up here. There'll be steps for you to be able to get up top. You'll be able to climb up top there, and then there's 2 quick release pins You're gonna be able to use those release pins, and then the blades will fold back into the guard that's on the back there. The process will take maybe between 5 and 10 minutes. It's going to be able to be done by the pilot. It's not going to need an engineer to do it. And so that's going to be a really nice feature for anybody needing to put the helicopter into a narrower space. So that's an option. You can also get a cargo hook. That's an option for both the HX and the HC50. Some people think it's only for the HC50, the commercial version, but you can actually get a cargo hook for either one. And with the cargo hook, you're actually getting an added bonus of an extra camera as well. So there's a downward facing camera that's actually going to be able to be displayed on the main digital display as well, on the digital cockpit. So that's kind of a neat feature, I think, to have. One thing that's interesting is on the belly of the aircraft, there are 3 main spars. So there's a spar up here, there's a spar down here, and a spar back here. And these are structural spars for the airframe itself. And what we're actually doing, this is something very unique, and I think it's going to be so useful, is we're developing a universal mount. And the universal mount is going to be able to fit all kinds of external equipment that you want to have. And there's going to be 3 mounts on each of those spars. So there's 9 mounts in total. Obviously the one in the middle is going to be for the cargo hook. But you're going to be able to use that in a whole variety of different manners to be able to put pods on the aircraft, spray equipment, LiDAR equipment, camera, whatever it is that you want to be able to attach to the outside of the aircraft. You're going to be able to do that through those 9 universal mounting points. So that's really cool as well. So customization, I can go on and on with the list, but it gives you a bit of an idea. The main thing that's important to understand, we're going to have a concierge service for you. It's going to be one-to-one, very personal. They're going to talk with you, discover what your needs are, specific things like maybe emergency pop-out floats or whatever the use case happens to be. And then we're going to be able to work with that with you to make sure that the helicopter is exactly what you want it to be. So I'm really looking forward to getting to that point where I can configure mine and get all those little details in there that we want as well to have. So hope you enjoyed this, and we're going to talk to you soon.